Liverpool boss Jürgen Klopp has given an update on the Red striker's condition after his father was kidnapped in Colombia. Jürgen Klopp has revealed whether Luis Diaz will play against Luton Town after his father was kidnapped in Colombia. The Colombian striker's family were kidnapped on Sunday by rebel group the National Liberation Army. His mother Salinas Marulanda has been released, but his father Luis Manuel has not yet been found. Despite this sad situation, Diaz has returned to England and has resumed training with his teammates in the last few days. However, Klopp emphasized that it is the player's decision whether he wants to play or not. If he feels well, he will be with us. You can see he hasn't slept much. I can't really say what we will do because we will just wait. It's up to him whether he feels ready or not, and I don't want to force anything, Klopp said. There was a positive development on Friday morning when a representative of the National Liberation Army assured Diaz that he would be released as soon as possible. As is well known, Diaz was not with the team last week and traveled to his home country to be with his family. His mother has been released, but his father is still wanted. Last week, Liverpool defeated Nottingham Forest in the league, and Jota, who scored the first goal, did not forget his teammate. After the goal, he held up Luis Diaz's jersey and supported him. Even though Diaz has now joined the team, it is quite normal that his father is at the back of his mind. Diaz has missed Liverpool's last 2 games, and only time will tell if he will play this weekend. On the other hand, Klopp also made important statements about Thiago's injury. Jürgen Klopp confirmed at a press conference today that Thiago Alcantara will not return until the new year. The Spaniard has been out of the Liverpool manager's squad since May after undergoing surgery for a hip problem. The veteran midfielder, who returned to team training in August, was close to returning a few weeks later when he suffered another problem which has kept him out of action so far. Klopp said Thiago will not return until the new year as the 32-year-old's injury problems continue. Thiago is a little bit different, it's something that is ongoing and we can't put any pressure on him. We expect him back at the beginning of the new year. I can't wait for him to come back, Klopp said. Thiago is one of Liverpool's most talented players but has struggled with injuries during his time at Anfield. The squad and many fans miss watching him play, but his return is not a big issue at the moment. Liverpool brought in several midfielders in the summer, and it will be difficult for the 32-year-old to play for the rest of the season after being out for so long. The middle of the park is currently very hot in Klopp's team. The Spaniard could be used as a luxury player when he returns. It makes more sense to use him more economically, both for his own sake and for the benefit of Liverpool. Thiago is in the last year of his contract, and until the end of the season he can leave on a free transfer if a new contract is not signed. The Spaniard is 32 years old and is unlikely to get a new contract due to his recent long-term injuries. This is probably his last season, as evidenced by the Reds' midfield overhaul. Liverpool have signed their new sporting director, but there's a snag. This time last year things were looking pretty bleak for Liverpool. The Reds had gone from quadruple disappointment, including a painful defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League final, to struggling to find a place in the Premier League's top 4. But a year and a completely new midfield later, Jürgen Klopp's side are on track to find their best form. Meanwhile, off the pitch, the Merseyside club could make even more changes to become title contenders in the coming years and perhaps even win their second Premier League title. And one of those changes could be a deal to replace Michael Edwards once and for all. After parting ways with Jordan Henderson, Fabinho, James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain in the summer, it's safe to say that Liverpool need a major overhaul in midfield. The arrival of Dominic Szoboszlai and Alexis Mac Allister, followed by Wataru Endo and Ryan Gravenberch, added a lot of excitement to Klopp's sleek new squad. What made the successful transfer summer all the more impressive was the work of interim sporting director Jörg Schmadtke during a chaotic period off the pitch at Anfield. But that chaos may be coming to an end with the arrival of a more permanent solution. According to French sources, Liverpool have reached an agreement with Max Eberl. The sporting director, who left Leipzig, reportedly has an agreement with both Bayern Munich and the Reds and has opted to go to the Bavarians, which could be a major setback for Liverpool. Bayern will have to wait for the sporting director to finish his gardening leave before making a move. This opens the door for the Reds to solidify a deal. Liverpool would have one of the most impressive sporting directors in Europe if they land Eberl. The former Leipzig sporting director played a major role in the Bundesliga club's rise, bringing in talents such as Lois Openda and Xavi Simons. At Borussia Dortmund, meanwhile, he was instrumental in creating a legend in Marco Reus. It's no surprise that Liverpool and Bayern are vying to secure Eberl's services. The Reds would be particularly favoured given their current projects. They have already laid much of the foundations for success with Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and others. However, the arrival of a highly rated sporting director should play an important role in avoiding the sudden need to rebuild when a certain position is lacking. However, it looks set to be an interesting few months that could end in frustration for Liverpool if Bayern get what they want. Liverpool could sign the £174 million monster who beat Bellingham to the Ballon d'Or. Liverpool are enjoying an impressive resurgence in the Premier League following last season's slump, with Jürgen Klopp's transformative summer signings leading the way. But now a course for success has once again been charted and Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister and company have reignited the intensity to recharge the engine room once more. However, a world-class striker has been consistently linked with a move to Liverpool recently, which could cause Klopp to change his plans. According to Italian sources, Liverpool are after Napoli's favourite striker Victor Osimhen, who has failed to agree a new deal with the Serie A side. Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis is hoping to get a €200 million release clause inserted into Osimhen's new contract if an agreement is reached. However, the Reds and other interested suitors want to take advantage of his current situation. Osimhen, who has a contract with Napoli until 2025, needs his future to be resolved as soon as possible, and unless new terms are agreed, next year will be decisive in determining his next step. Liverpool's forward line may be in good shape, but there is no doubt that a striker of Osimhen's ability would be a welcome addition, albeit a difficult one to obtain given the exorbitant price tag. There is good reason for that, though, as the 6 feet 6 inches phenom ended a 3-decade wait for success in Serie A by winning the Scudetto for Napoli. He scored 31 goals and provided 5 assists in 39 appearances across all competitions last season. The £91,000 a week star has continued his goal-scoring form in the current campaign despite Napoli's seasonal decline, scoring 6 goals in 8 league games as he awaits his return from a hamstring injury. According to FBref, the Nigerian sharpshooter has shown his prowess as a threat in the opposition penalty area, ranking in the top 6% of strikers in Europe's top 5 leagues last year in goals scored and in the top 1% in shots taken and touches in the attacking zone per game. Described by Colin Odo as an attacking monster, he is one of the best goal scorers of his generation. At just 24, he still has plenty of time to continue his journey to the front line. This achievement earned him an 8th place in the top 10 of the latest Ballon d'Or official men's rankings, confirming him as one of the most talented strikers in Europe. Indeed, Osimhen's achievements have taken him higher in the rankings than the formidable Jude Bellingham, who after an unlucky start at Real Madrid is now arguably the most sought-after name in world football. On the other hand, with Salah likely to leave for Saudi Arabia next summer, Osimhen could be the perfect signing to fill the void. Liverpool like to do things fast and sharp, and while Osimhen's signature might not be the easiest to get, his incredible track record suggests that it could be worth the trouble.